Well then, welcome to a very rough, wet and windy Llyn Cau. Made a late start today, didn't get to the car park until nearly 3 o'clock. Sunset officially was 4:30, so I had to make a dash up here to the Llyn. I'm here. Can't see anything, but hey, it is what it is. The forecast is for 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts tonight, so it'll be interesting to see, to you know, experience that in the Soulo, and we'll see how it goes. I need to warm up because putting the tent up, I've got cold fingers. So yeah, I'm going to get a hot drink on, get the sleeping mat inflated to just insulate me from this cold ground a bit, and yeah, and get warm, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, on my way down then. Drop down out of the wind now. I didn't do much talking last night, partly because of the noise of the wind. But as they say, out is out. And any night spent in a tent is pretty much better than a night spent almost anywhere else. So there we go. Yeah, the Soulo certainly proved its worth last night. In terms of wind, that's the toughest test that I've put the Soulo through so far. If Mountain Weather UK is to be, if Mountain Weather UK is trusted to be accurate, then the gusts last night were approaching 60 miles an hour. And it is without a doubt the strongest wind I've ever pitched a tent in. Even now, coming down the mountain, it's making walking a little bit tricky. But yeah, unbelievable wind it was, and I'm very, very grateful that I had earplugs with me. Else I don't think I'd have got a wink of sleep. Right, let's get down this hill. I'll bring you back when we get into the forest. So that's it for another trip, folks. I've just stopped here on my way down through Minffordd Forest. If you ever do come up Cadair this way, just take your time to stop and have a look at the waterfalls in the forest here, because they are something else. They're really beautiful. And what with one thing and another, the clag and rain last night and the wind this morning, I didn't really have time to stop and just remind myself how beautiful Llyn Cau is either. So, but it really is. Even in horrendous weather, there's a stunning kind of beauty to Llyn Cau. And it's a very special place. Unfortunately, that makes it incredibly popular. And for that reason, it probably won't be that often that I come back again now, unless I get a weekday that I can come. But it'll always be a special place, and Cadair Idris itself will always be my favourite mountain, I think. A quick word about the Amok Fjoll Winterlight XL sleeping mat. The temperature last night was somewhere between 0 and 4 degrees at its coldest, and no problem at all. The Winterlight has an R rating of 5, so it coped absolutely no problem whatsoever. Not for a moment did I feel any cold coming from the ground. So I'm absolutely loving that mattress, to be fair. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like in the summer. Whether if it's too warm in the summer, then obviously I'll have to look at some other option, because frankly the Trekology UL80 has let me down too many times, which we'll talk about in a future review. But the Amok Fjoll Winterlight XL is the bee's knees. It's the absolute nuts as far as I'm concerned, and it might become my go-to year-round mattress. Great stuff. I'm just sitting here recovering a little bit, because descending through Minffordd Forest, if you're of the heavier persuasion like me, is a killer on the knees. You can see why. Don't get me wrong, I'm very, very grateful for the steps and the paths that have been built into the hillside, but wow, very, very unforgiving on the knees. But anyway, that's that. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip, guys. Give us a thumbs up, hit like, leave us a comment below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please consider doing so. Thank you so much to everyone that has hit like and subscribe so far. And that's it. All that remains now is for me to say I will see you next time, when hopefully we'll have some clear skies again and get some photography done. And this is Richie for Wild Astro, signing off.